Hi guys, Shaunak here again. So the next book in the series that I'm going to talk about is The Absolute Diary of a Part-Time Indian, and it's by Sherman Alexie, and the artwork in the book is by Alan Forney. It kind of seems that I like coming of age and young adult novels a lot, especially those that deal with the problems of others. I don't know why, but it kind of gives us pleasure to read about others' problems. I don't know. Maybe it's a form of catharsis because we are not able to write it ourselves. I'm just making a point there, but that's it. Um, Coming to the writing style, I liked it a lot. It's very simple. It kind of reminded me of The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Hayden. I'm not saying the storyline is similar or anything, but the feeling you get when you read the book, it's very similar, according to me. The only difference being that you can really feel that the protagonist is really mature. And other than that, it gives me a good introduction to the Native American culture. I have no connection to the Native American culture. I don't really know much about it. And the book's description of the culture really nice for a first timer who doesn't really know anything about the whole culture, both in terms of its uniqueness and the problem the society itself suffers. So I guess that's kind of given because the writer himself is Native American, but I thought that was a point to make. Uh, the prose, along with the artwork, kind of sucks you into Junior's life. Yeah, it's like you kind of feel it. The gritty, no nonsense style of prose accurately portrays the teenager's rage at the world. It kind of reminds you of the time when you learned all these morals and ethics as you were growing up, but the moment you hit adolescence, you kind of start noticing all the shit that goes around you, and you yourself, you you get filled with rage. It happened to all of us, and the book really brings out that feeling a lot. It at least did to me, meaning how often it is that everybody in the world doesn't follow any ethics or morals, yet we as children all grew up learning them. It kind of felt nice to read about Junior's struggles, his struggle with mixing with people at his new school, his endeavor to be a part of the school community while trying to maintain his friendship with Rowdy back home, and still trying to at least be a part of his community, meaning gives us an overview of the troubles we ourselves face in our daily lives. Like it's like one trouble piles up upon another, but the book kind of expresses hope. It tells us that despite all our struggles, we eventually find a way. Um, the chapter involving sisters' death was especially important to me. It's so graphic that you cannot not be moved by the whole chapter. It the Especially Junior's reaction to the news, his hysteric laughter, meaning at seeing his father alive, and his sudden stupor inside the car after dealing with the stressful news, and his mother's reaction after seeing him feel so real. There's nothing odd about it, the way they behaved, or the whole situation was so intense that you just couldn't not be moved. You had to be moved somehow. The book's detailed description about alcoholism on society kind of makes me think seriously about the social evil. I'm not saying that I'm against it. I'm against alcohol or anything, or people who drink it for fun once in a while, but the addiction itself shows how big of a problem it really is in our society. Um, last but not the least, I have to mention the match at Reardon, the intense rivalry, and the part involving the chase for the first point, where I bet you guys remember that scene where where Junior actually had to guard Rowdy, and the whole scene involving him jumping at the right time so that he could snatch his ball, and the way he moved back to his own hoop and kind of gave Rowdy a shimmy, and the way he scored the basket. Me that whole chapter is gets you pumped up. It literally gets you pumped up. But but it the whole but the chapter really comes alive when Junius subsequently realizes the result of his winning, meaning he realizes the situation his ex teammates, that is his his teammates back at the school at the reservation, um, would have to go through for their losses, meaning the way he describes how they might have not even had a breakfast before the game, and all their troubles, and what Rowdy would probably go through because of losing the game, proves Junior's maturity, meaning the way he cries and the way he expresses himself away from the others. It meaning it shows that while everyone else is enjoying, Junior is the only one who realizes the outcome of his winning, the real outcome of his winning at his, meaning when it comes to his people, meaning, and I've come to realize that, meaning at least to me, he Junior is not special because he suffers from some kind of an ailment or loves to gain knowledge, or he is just naturally smart or loves cartooning or has the guts to even leave the reservation. I think he's special because he cares and he observes others situations, he sees what is wrong, and that's what makes him really special. And regarding the end, I fall short of words trying to explain its beauty. It's filled with hope and dreams, and it just ends perfectly. I mean, how often do you see ending which ends like this? Rowdy and I played one on one for hours. We played until dark. We played until the street lights lit up the court. We played until the bats swooped down at our heads. We played until the moon was huge and golden and perfect with the dark sky. We didn't keep score. Meaning, I mean, that's a perfect ending. It fills you with hope and dreams, and you hope that a good time eventually comes in Junior's life. That everyone goes through troubles and issues, but it's just an amazing ending, and that's my experience regarding the book. I hope you would comment below and tell me about your uh, experience as well. Which parts you really liked about the book? I would really like to know and get a conversation going about the book. I really enjoyed the book, and I'm sure that you guys have also enjoyed it. Thank you, and bye bye.